You know that feeling, the heat rising in your chest, words sharpening on your tongue, the desperate need to prove you're right and they're wrong. Maybe it started over something small, dishes, directions, whose turn it is to take out the trash. But now you're fighting about everything except what you're really fighting about. Arguments rarely stay about the surface issue. They become about respect, about being heard, about old wounds disguised as new complaints. You're arguing about the thermostat, but you're really arguing about control. You're debating whose fault it was, but you're really asking if you matter to them. The person across from you isn't your enemy. They're someone you care about who sees the situation differently. They have reasons for their position that make perfect sense to them, just like your reasons make perfect sense to you. Neither of you woke up planning to hurt the other person today. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. Begin by inviting your body to relax, letting it know it's safe and free to do so at this time. Find whatever position feels most comfortable right now, whether sitting or lying down. Allow your body to feel fully supported. Lovingly close your eyes. Gathering up all of your awareness so that it centers into your own internal landscape right now. Focusing in on breath and body, letting both be deeply relaxed and at peace. Take a deep breath in through your nose and release slowly through your mouth. Bring your attention to your forehead and let it soften. Move down to your jaw and release any tension there. Continue this gentle releasing through your neck, shoulders, arms, and all the way down to your feet. Notice your breath finding its natural rhythm. You don't need to change it, just observe it with gentle curiosity. Now, bring to mind the last argument or conflict you experienced. You don't need to relive it. Just acknowledge it gently. Most arguments aren't about the issue at hand. They're about being heard, being right, or protecting old wounds that have nothing to do with the current moment. When we're triggered, we stop listening and start defending. We rehearse our next point instead of truly receiving what's being said. Take a moment now to reflect. In that conflict, were you truly listening, or were you waiting to speak? The path through conflict isn't about winning or even compromising. It's about getting curious instead of furious. What if the person across from you isn't your enemy, but your mirror, showing you something you need to see? Imagine that person now, but see them differently, not as your opponent, but as someone who, just like you, wants to be heard, just like you, wants to be understood. As you breathe in, silently affirm, I choose curiosity over anger. As you breathe out, release the need to be right. Breathe in, I am willing to listen. Breathe out, I release the need to defend. The more you empathize with the other person, the safer you feel. This is the paradox of conflict. When we truly try to understand the other person, we don't lose ourselves. We find safety. We find connection. Can you imagine seeing this conflict through their eyes, even for a moment? Not to agree with them, but simply to understand their perspective. Notice what arises. Resistance, curiosity, compassion. Whatever it is, just observe it without judgment. Now, bring that same compassionate curiosity to yourself. You too deserve to be heard. You too deserve understanding. Affirm silently or out loud, I am worthy of being heard. I choose to speak my truth with kindness. I can hold my ground while holding space for others. Conflict doesn't have to mean destruction. It can be an invitation to deeper understanding, a doorway to growth. The person who triggers you the most is often your greatest teacher. As you continue breathing naturally, imagine yourself in your next difficult conversation. But this time, you're anchored in curiosity. You're present. You're listening not to respond, but to understand. You speak your truth without needing to prove anything. You allow the other person their truth without losing your own. This is the power you carry with you, the power to transform conflict into connection. Now, take a full, deep breath in, letting your stomach and rib cage expand completely. Hold it at the top. And when you're ready, Exhale powerfully, releasing any remaining tension or resistance. Let your breath return to its natural pace. Gather up all of this new awareness, this compassionate curiosity, and let it surround you like a warm, loving blanket of light. Affirm out loud or in your mind, I appreciate myself for being willing to grow through conflict. I am capable of curiosity even in difficult moments. If you feel called, you can wrap yourself in a warm embrace. Affirming, I am that I am. Stay connected to this feeling as long as you wish. And when you're ready to come back to the world around you, take your time. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Gently roll your shoulders. Slowly blink your eyes back open to the incredible world around you. Only when you're ready, carry this curiosity and compassion with you into your day, especially into difficult conversations. You have the power to transform conflict into connection.